Okay, so I just watched Ian McCollum's video on his cheek pistol. I don't really have a cheek pistol, but this is my thing that's like that. I put my face right here and shoot this thing while holding it out with my arms and holding it down with this thingamajig there. And yeah, we got loaded mags. I really dig the Flux Raider, and I really like the Flux Raider without the brace. You should play with it as a cheek pistol. That's kind of how I am playing with this thing. In reality, there are some things that we could do to probably make this better as a cheek pistol, but I kind of also just like it as like a, 6-second mount, but made by Flux Defense. So, yeah. I literally just watched your video and figured I would make a video on this since you said you wanted to hear about other people's cheek pistols. I'm experimenting with the same kind of shit right now. I like this thing because it's light, it's small, it's compact, it comes out of the bag pretty much ready to go. I killed this safety because it's stupid. I run it like the French did everything, where you have an empty chamber, because vive France. And it's on this kind of a gun. If I'm bringing this out to the party, it can have an empty chamber. That's my thoughts. It's something you would know you were going to need ahead of time, probably. At least one would hope. And I did a little mythosaur skull thing up here, like from Star Wars, and called it the Cux Raider because we literally cut these rails off. This thing is held in by this mechanism, and the duct tape just keeps it from falling out when you use this as a release. And I still have my battery storage. And I cut off the tail. I haven't filled that in with epoxy yet. I might do that eventually. This back protector thing is not exactly a lot of protection. I might get the one that is the dust cap thing that they sell for the SBR. I really wish that they would make, they sell their stock, right? I don't want to cut down a stock to get a thing back here to put my face on, but they should make a thing that is exactly like their stock, but doesn't have the foot on it and doesn't extend out. It just pops in and out of here or whatever, like this thing does, so that you could put your face back here. I'm afraid to modify this thing anymore because honestly, I got cautioned against modifying it by the cheek pistol guy, something Concepts, I forget his name. I spoke with him about this before I did it because I was sending him pictures of it. Honestly, I heard about cheek pistols from you, Forgotten Weapons. I'd never even heard of his shit, and I was already doing this. So it's like convergent evolution or whatever, like a good idea is a good idea. This thing with its brace is a good idea, but with the laws coming, I wanted to play with this thing without a brace to decide if I even wanted it. And I do. I like it. I like it with or without the brace, and I think with a stock it would be awesome. And, the 320 kind of sucks in some ways compared to like a Glock as a handgun. As this PDW thing, I like it. I like it a lot. And like, really, I like the 320 better than the Glock. I hate to say that, but that's an unpopular opinion. I'll say it. I like SIGs better than Glocks, usually. So, I was already kind of sold on this thing from the get-go just because it was a SIG. And I'll show off my other guns, since if you are watching this, I hope. This is my Star Wars Blaster 1911. I did some engraving on it. And then, flap holster with Rhodesian painted grips. That is a black limited edition car MK9 from the 90s. This was made in the second year they ever made cars. And, yeah, I did that to the grips. I think it's cool. I call it the Rhodesian Gambler. Has a little diamond on the back. I like that gun. I like both of those guns and this gun. There's actually one more that you might like. I don't know. You don't like black powder stuff usually, but This is her holster. And I can get her out. God damn. Okay, that one's hard to get out one-handed. There we go. I did a XS shotgun bead as the front sight. Since I was modifying it on a belt sander, I did not get the tritium one because I didn't want to find out that tritium explodes when it gets hot, because it probably does. That's an educated guess. So this one is the glow-in-the-dark sight, and it works pretty well, actually. It's very high-vis, and I did file work on the back. It's kind of all crazy town, because this is like an outlaw gun, right? And it gives this thing a very cool sight picture, I think. I really like this gun, too. Well, anyway, cheek pistol for forgotten weapons and showing off my blasters. See you guys later.